Alright guys, well, managed to get it all pulled apart. It did take a little bit longer than I expected. Pretty long actually. Managed to save about 4 out of the 20 screws that are on here. Things are looking pretty rusty. What I'm going to do is just throw a few things through the sandblaster, get it all cleaned up, especially this main piece, main housing itself. The speedometer, I'll probably take the internals out of that, get the face and all that cleaned up. The housing, put all those internals back in, make sure they're re-greased and oiled, ready to go. As for these gauges, I probably could test these and see if they do work. It would be nice to reuse these because, yeah, they're original. But I did manage to break one. One has now got no wires on the back, which is kind of disappointing. So I'm going to be looking for a oil gauge, and I don't know about this one. This one is pretty perished. Yeah, that one's pretty gone, well gone. And it does have, seems to have some wires connecting the terminals on the back that might be gone. So I might be looking for these two. This one's a pretty simple gauge, but it is frosty on the front, and it does have these two pins holding the faceplate in, which are pressed in pins. Now that is going to be a tricky one. At this stage, I'm thinking I need to buy these 3 replacements. It's going to be very difficult, but I did find some, managed to find some online. They are from the States, so we'll be waiting a little bit longer than I expected. So get the face cleaned up, the internal shell, and the Speedo itself, pulling all that face off and stuff like that. I did order again from CW Moss, Ford parts from the States, new decals for all of these, so we'll see what I can do with those. It would be very nice to get it all working again, but I do doubt these 3 gauges. So let's get into cleaning. We'll get these sandblasted up, see what it looks like. Okay, so putting everything else aside, moving on to the fascia itself. Now, I've thought of a few ways I could remake this. One is just putting this straight back in the way it is. That would give it some wicked nostalgia, but I do want to have a good attempt at making this again. Now, what I'm gonna need is some steel. This one I think is 2mm. So I'm gonna use this as my forming sheet. So I do need to cut out 2 pieces of this to make a nice form, and I'll just tack weld them together. I also will need some bar to go around the outside to make this little lip. So yeah, time to get it all slapped together. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna wrap it up here. It's been an absolute blast trying to get this looking the way it does now, especially from the original. So a huge improvement here. It's been I've had a lot of fun doing this actually, and trying to make that new faceplate inside, getting the needle to work, well, in working, stuck back together, I guess. But the Speedo works. If I want to use this, I could use it. But the gauges, on the other hand, I haven't had much success sourcing the parts for these. Little insulators in between the two terminals. It's like a piece of cardboard or board or something, some sort of insulator, because it is connected to the two terminals. But it is just a holder for the upper plates. This one here, where these two tabs get squished in. So I haven't had a lot of success trying to source those at all. As you can see, I could go put it in, but it's not going to be sitting very good at all inside. So I'm going to put this one aside. I'm going to move on to some more metal work where I really enjoy. But overall, that has come out and turned out really nice. Yeah, I can't complain about it. It's definitely a huge upgrade from what it was, getting rid of all the rust and stuff like that. I appreciate you guys watching. Please catch me on the next one. I'm going to be moving on to a door. So I pulled out a door to restore. I'm going to be moving on to some more metal work and some customizing of the front and inner panel for the doors. That's going to be a lot of fun. And on the next one, please stay tuned. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. It's definitely come out pretty nice. I can say that, but kind of disappointing. Couldn't get the gauges back in there. Yeah, and how far do you go? Possibly sourcing some new ones. If anybody knows where I can source a full set, don't have to be super good condition, just a nice set, let me know in the comments, please. That would be awesome. Thank you again for watching. I'll catch you all on the next one.